Hi everybody, my name is Mike. I'm originally from Springfield, Massachusetts. I now live outside of Orlando, Florida. And I saw a few of these accent videos and how to say certain words and certain sentences and all that. So I figure, why don't I do one? Because I'm lived in both Springfield and Orlando. So my accent from Springfield to Orlando has changed a little. I don't consider myself to have an accent, but there are certain words I say with a southern accent. There are a few words I say with a Boston accent. You know, as we visit other places and live at other places, as time goes on, you're going to grow accents for other words, you know. So, I mean, I'll do this video saying certain words the way I say them. It's a little mixture of both Springfield and Orlando. A little mixture of the southern accent and the accent that we have in western Massachusetts. Now, people say that, oh, you're from Massachusetts. So you go like, you're expected to say words that they say in Boston with a Boston accent. That's not true. I do know friends that have the Boston accent. And then, you know, but we have a different accent than we do out in Boston. So, anyways, here are the words that they want us to say. Aunt, and yes, we do say aunt. We don't say ant. Ant's a little insect. And yes, people do say ant all over across the country. I don't say ant because it's an insect. So, when we refer to your mom's sister or your dad's sister, we say aunt, okay? Rough. Yeah, I say rough because it's a word that I know how to say, you know? People say roof, I say rough, you know? It's a little accent thing, you know? Root, and yeah, some people do say route, but I say root. Wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, shore, data or data, ruin, crayon, New Orleans. Yeah, I have that little accent kind of thing when I say New Orleans. People say New Orleans or New Orleans. Pecan, both, again, probably. Spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, caught, naturally, aluminum, envelope or envelope. So that's how I say those words. There are also questions that they asked, and I will say the best answer I know on some of those. So question number 1 is, what is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? I know it's called TPing. That's what I know what it's called. And with Halloween coming up, you're probably going to hear about TPing somebody's house and all that. Number 2, what is the bug that when you touch it, it curls up into a ball? I just call it a bug because I don't know what bug that is, you know? There are all types of bugs out there. You heard me earlier talking about ant, you know? Ant being a bug, you know? And when I say aunt, you know? So, question number 3 is, what is the bubbly carbonated drink called? I call it soda, because that's the correct term to use. I heard people calling it soda pop. I hear people calling it Coke, you know? If you watch the episode of how the states got their shapes, they have an explanation about what people call it throughout different types of areas of the country, you know, or all over the world, what they call it. So I call it soda or cola, you know. All right, let's move on here. Number 4. What do you call gym shoes? Excuse me. I hear people calling it sneakers. I call it shoes because we all wear shoes. So I call it shoes. All right, number 5. What do you say to address a group of people? I say hi. I say, hey people. I say, hey y'all. You know, there's other different types of sayings, you know. I say hey. You know, I say hello. So, number 6. What do you call the kind of spider or spider-like creature that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? I just call it a spider. I don't know any other terms to call it, you know? So, I just call it what it is, a spider. Or there's tarantulas, too, that are almost like it. So, I just call it what it is. Number 7. What do you call your grandparents? Well, my dad's side of the family, my grandparents are dead. But when they were alive, I called them Grandma and Grandpa. So, now, on my mom's side of the family, her mom is Nana. Her dad is Papa. So, that's what we call them. That's what we call them. And they're still alive, thank you very much. My grandmother is 81. My grandfather's 85. Now, when my great-grandmother was alive, we called her Nani. And I never met my great-grandfather. My mom said that when she was alive, or when he was alive, excuse me, that she would call him Boppy. So, I don't know, you know. But anyways, let's move on to the next question. Number 8. What do you call the wielded contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? We call it a cart. We call it shopping cart. We call it grocery cart. I know some people call it a carriage. So, but anyways, it depends on where you're from. Number 9. What do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? Well, there's a rainbow. And then this happens a lot in Florida. We call it weird weather. And it happens commonly during the summer. Because you have rain and then you have sun. And at the same time, it's like crazy. So we call it crazy weather. We call it weird weather, you know. Final question is, what is the thing you change the TV channel with, or adjust the volume or whatever? We call it remotes. We call it clickers. I don't know what else we call it, but that's basically what I call it. I'll call it either a remote or clicker or whatever. And that happens with my satellite radio too, because you have a remote that comes with the satellite radio. So we changed that too. And yes, radios do come with remotes these days, if you get a satellite radio. And I love my satellite radio, thank you very much. I'm able to listen to all my Patriots games while I'm down here in Florida. But anyways, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you guys can do this too. It's a fun activity, because you get to say these words, and you get to answer the questions the way you know how to answer them. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. So, I mean, why don't you try it? You know? You enjoy it. I did. I enjoyed watching the other videos and then doing my own video here. I know some of these people did their videos a year later than I did. That's because I didn't know about it until like last night. So, I decided, why don't I just do this, see how many people watch it, and who knows, right? So, I hope to see you guys later on a future video. And also, if you guys have time, Watch my video series called My Life with Asperger's, because that's a real good video series, and you guys would enjoy it, you know? I've done over 100 videos, so, I mean, why don't you guys give it a try and watch it, you know? So, I'll talk to you guys all later. I hope to see you guys on YouTube, and if you like my stuff, add me as a friend on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, you know? Subscribe to my channel, you know? You'll love it. I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.